In this breaking story, a new bombshell report has left not only Donald Trump in a panic, but all of America in a panic as well. Because Donald Trump continues his assault on this entire country, making the economy worse and worse every single day. That's right, Trump does not seem very interested in making America great again. If anything, he seems like he's making America's Great Depression again. How's it going? My name is Hunter Avalone with Occupy Democrats. Welcome back to another video. Now, Trump's insane trade policies have really only stifled the American economy. The S&P 500 has declined 14% since President Trump's inauguration 3 months ago. The US stock market's worst start to a presidency since at least 1928.
The S&P has dropped the most under Trump for any president at this point in their presidency since the S&P 500 was in fact created back in 1957. And indeed, it is not anywhere close, folks. It's not anywhere close. Under Trump, it's dropped, get this, 14%. No other elected president at this point in their presidency saw a drop of 5% or more. So Donald Trump is on a planet all by himself, a planet you do not want to be on, the American people don't want to be on.
Well, this is just great. I mean, Trump is literally breaking records by being so terrible. Now, you would think that some of these facts would be rather concerning for the Trump administration, but no, like usual, they are completely tone deaf and disconnected from reality. That's right, Americans cannot afford groceries, and a recession is getting more and more likely. Meanwhile, Marjorie Taylor Greene is tweeting about the Gulf of America Act. If anything, I think Marjorie Taylor Greene should actually take a trip to the Gulf of Mexico and just don't come back. Truthfully would be the most useful thing you could do with yourself. Even more so, Pam Bondi is also presiding over the first meeting of the Task Force to Eradicate Anti-Christian Bias.
We're excited to be here for the launch of the Task Force to Eradicate Anti-Christian Bias as outlined in the President's executive order.
Christianity is like the largest religion in the world, specifically even in America, right? Where is the anti-Christian bias? Where is this taking place? Oh wait, it's not. This is a distraction from the fact that the Trump administration has been nothing but a nightmare for America. Speaking of nightmare, RFK Jr. also recently announced something that truthfully sounds diabolical. So RFK Jr. has been on this weird crusade against autism. He's constantly claiming that it's an epidemic or it's being spread like a disease. Obviously, that's not true. That's like saying I caught ADHD from my friend. But still, the National Institutes of Health is amassing private medical records from a number of federal and commercial databases to give to Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s new effort to study autism. In addition, the new disease registry is being launched to track Americans with autism, which will be integrated into the data. Advocacy groups and experts have called out Kennedy for describing autism as a preventable disease, which they say is stigmatizing and unfounded. This is really just all coming together. The more and more that Donald Trump destroys this country, the more and more unhinged Republicans get as they try to distract from that very fact. However, they're not able to distract any longer from the moment you've been waiting for, when a new bombshell report has left Trump and America in a total panic, and for very good reason. Take a look.
Trump's America First agenda is turning into America Dead Last. And now, even global economists are sounding the alarm. The International Monetary Fund just slashed its US growth forecast for 2025 down to 1.8%, citing Trump's chaotic April 2nd tariff rollout as a key reason. In less than 10 days, the IMF had to scrap and redo its entire projection model, normally a 2-month process, because Trump's knee-jerk trade war triggered a financial shock. The S&P 500 has cratered 14% since his inauguration, marking the worst start to a presidency in nearly a century. Meanwhile, stocks in Europe, the UK, and even emerging markets are outperforming the US, making America the global laggard. Inflation projections for the US have now jumped to 3%, and recession odds have risen to 40%, all thanks to Trump's erratic, self-destructive economic policy. This is the irony at the core of Trump's second term. The more he screams, America first, the more he isolates the US, weakens its global standing, and wrecks its economy. Tariffs that were supposed to punish other countries are now punishing American consumers, American businesses, and American workers. While other nations double down on growth and global cooperation, Trump has turned the US into an unstable, unpredictable liability, and it's costing us big.
So long story short, Trump wanted to make America great again. Instead, we have the Great Depression again. Trump, I don't know why you are obsessing with this trade war, but this is certainly not America first. At this point, it's just Trump first. Whatever Trump wants, he has to have it like a spoiled child. And if he doesn't get his way, he makes every American suffer. Donald Trump is completely out of his depth. He is a narcissistic, selfish megalomaniac with a low IQ. He can only be riding off the fumes from his own BS for so long. It's only a matter of time until Donald Trump, along with possibly America, comes crashing down.